Good morning, students. Good morning to all. And last day we have studied about the wholesalers and the functions of wholesalers and some of the services rendered by the wholesalers and how the wholesalers are providing the services to the manufacturers. And today just we will go to the next concept. And last day we have studied about the services rendered by the wholesaler to the manufacturer. So today just how the wholesalers are providing the services to the retailer or how the retailer get the services from the wholesaler is. Under the some point we can understand the services of the wholesaler to the retailer. First one is the financial assistance. The wholesaler provide the financial assistance to retailer by selling goods on credit. So normally the retailer will sell their commodities to the consumers on the basis of the credit system because most of the consumers always will be as a monthly and peoples, so that people also does not have the sufficient amount of the money to consuming day by day activities. And at the same time the retailer also have the possibilities to continue their business only if they possible to providing the credit financial facilities. So because of that the wholesaler also have to understand this concept and the wholesaler has to provide the credit system. The wholesaler has to provide the commodities, all this type of the commodities to the retailer on the basis of the credit system. So this is done by allowing credit to the retailer purchasing goods from them and makes payment to them after receiving money from their customers. So normally if the customers paid to the retailers only, the retailers also have the possibilities to repay the money to the wholesalers. So till the consumers repaid to the retailers, the wholesaler has to wait for that. Okay, so after receiving the money from the consumers by the retailer, the wholesaler also can receive from the retailers. So this helps retailers to manage their business with small amount of working capital. So in this case, the retailer have to take the responsibilities to make the investment only for the purpose of starting the business strategy. Next, meeting the requirements. So due to limited capital and lack of space in his facility, a retailer cannot hold large variety of products. So whenever the retailer want to purchasing the different type of the commodities on the basis of the requirement of the consumers, so the wholesaler also will be provided on the basis of the credit systems. So the wholesaler removes this difficulty by selling goods as and when the retailer requires. So whenever the requirement will be raised by the consumers is does not knows about the wholesaler. But at the same time the retailer will knows very well about the time of demanded on any of the commodities. For example, some of the commodities only will be in need of highly demanded for the time of the festival, the Deepavali and the Christmas. So many of the people will be in the need of so many commodities. So on that time, so the retailer also will be able to providing all this type of the commodities even in the credit systems. So by the wholesaler help only the retailer can do it as possible. So all type of the requirement can be able to meet by the retailer only by the wholesaler. So in this case, because of the wholesaler, the consumers and the retailer also can get some of the benefit. Next, introduction of new products. The wholesaler bring new products and their uses to the notice of retailers. So thus retailers get knowledge about innovated products and innovated features. So normally the retailer will never has the chance to bringing any of the innovations and bringing some of the new goods to the market. But instead of the retailer, the wholesaler will doing this work. So normally the wholesaler bring a new product and they are uses to the notice of retailers, because the retailers always not able to knowing about the users of the product and the features of the new product. So and if they want to selling to their customers, so the retailer will be in need of arranging some of the advertisement also. So instead of all the retailers, the wholesaler will doing this work, and the wholesaler only will bring the new products to the market, and he will notice to the retailer about the uses and the features of the product, and what are the what are the ways are there to reaching these commodities to the retailer. Everything will be handled by the wholesaler itself. So thus retailers get knowledge about innovated products and innovated features. So because of providing this all type of the knowledge about the products, so the retailer also will have the chance to knowing about the product and the features. So because of that, the retailer also will be able to explaining the features and the character of the product to the consumers also. Next, price stability. The wholesalers reduce the price fluctuations by adjusting supply and demand, and save the retailers from the loss arising from price fluctuations. So normally the wholesalers will always providing all type of the commodities to the retailers, even in the time of demanding high demand of the commodities. So normally we will never know about the time of the high demanded. So but even though the wholesaler will continuously providing all the type of commodities to the retailers, so whenever the demand is going to increase, so without worrying that increasing the demand, so retailer can easily purchase from the wholesaler and it will be sold to the consumers. So because of that, the price also will be a stability, because the arrival of the supply of the commodities will always continuity. So without any of the trouble, the supply of the commodity is provided by the wholesaler to the retailer, and the consumers also can have the chance to receive the all type of commodities from the retailer. So there is no need to increasing the price of that commodities. So the price of that commodities always will be the stable. Next, economy in transport. A wholesaler often delivers the goods at the doorsteps of retailers and save their time and the cost of transport. So after receiving the list of the demanded commodity by the retailer, the wholesaler will be delivered all type of the goods in the nearby the doorsteps. So in this case, the retailer will be removed from the time and the cost of transport. So the time and the cost of transport will be saved in the account of the retailer. So instead of the retailer, all the transport cost is taken by the wholesaler itself, because the wholesaler always will have the own transport only for this purpose. Which purpose means for delivers the goods for the retailers. Next, regular supply. The wholesalers keep large stock of varieties of goods and provide a regular supply of goods as per the retailer's need. So normally, as we have studied already, the wholesalers will purchasing the different type of the commodities produced by the different companies, and on the basis of the requirement or on the basis of the need of the consumers, he will be providing to the retailers, because the many type of the consumers will be there, so they will have the separate willingness to consuming any type of the commodities. So the retailer also has to provide all type of the commodities to the retailer what they want. So the wholesalers also will be providing the regular supply to the retailers. and whenever the demand is increased and demand will be decreased, so without the worrying, so the retailer will can enjoy their selling of the commodities. The retailers can purchase as much as they like from time to time and need not maintain a large stock of goods. So one more thing we have to note here, the retailers are not being in need of having the more stock. So whenever we want to purchasing the commodities from the wholesalers, so the regular supply is there by the wholesaler. So the 6 points are there. The 6 services is provided to the retailer by the wholesaler. First one is the financial assistance and meeting the requirements and the introduction of new products and the price stability and the economy in transport and the regular supply. Next, the types of wholesaler. So even if you are studying about the wholesaler, so different type of the wholesalers are existing throughout the market. So first one is the manufacturer wholesaler. The manufacturer wholesaler undertakes manufacturing of goods in addition to the wholesale business. So the wholesalers always will be doing the manufacturing enterprises, or the manufacturer always act as a wholesaler duties, because some of the goods will be in need not having the wholesaler or any of the channel of distributions. The wholesaler also is one of the channel of distributions, and the manufacturer always will be doing some of the wholesaler work if it is possible. So he sells not only the goods manufactured by him on wholesale business, but also goods manufactured by the other producers. Some of the manufacturer may produce some of the commodities, and he will not doing only the manufacturing things. He will also sell the goods manufactured by the same manufacturers to the other producers. For example, some of the cars or the automobile industries. So many of the manufacturers of the automobile industries also considered are also acting as a wholesale duties. Next, retail wholesaler. The retail wholesaler carries on both wholesale and retail trade. He purchases goods in bulk from manufacturer and sells them directly to the consumers through his own retail outlets. For example, some of the textile industries or textile shops or any of the stationery items, some of the retail wholesalers also will be there. The retail wholesaler will always purchasing from the manufacturer as a bulky and directly sell them to the consumer in the retail or the wholesale method. So if you are seeing the super bazaar, the market, supermarket, so he will always purchasing from the manufacturer directly and he will sell the same commodities to the consumers. Next, merchant wholesaler. The merchant wholesaler neither manufactures goods nor sells them directly consumers. He is the wholesaler proper or pure wholesaler. He buys goods in bulk from manufacturer and sells them in small lots of retailers. So merchant wholesalers can be further classified into 3 categories on the basis of degrees of specializations. So on the specialization of selling these commodities, we can classify the merchant wholesaler as a 3 types. One is the general merchant wholesaler, and the single line wholesaler, and the specialty wholesaler. So the general merchant wholesalers means this type of the wholesalers deals in a wide range of goods such as groceries, electrical equipments, medicines, clothes, etc. So the importance of this type of wholesaler has highlighted due to the increasing specialization in trade. So some type of the goods is going to sell only by the merchant which has the specialized skill to sell it, because the medical representative and some of the agent and some of the representative for producing any of the commodities is undertaken by the general merchant wholesalers. Next is single line wholesaler. So this type of wholesaler deals in only one line of goods and it distributes different brands and variety of the particular line. For example, a wholesaler may deal in refrigerator produced by the different manufacturer. For example, the Vasanth & Co and the Sundar radios and some of the electrical and electronic goods sellers will have as example for the single line wholesalers. This type of the salesmen or the wholesalers only will have the effort and the efficient or the talent to sell the single line of the commodities produced by the different type of the manufacturer. For example, if the refrigerator means the Whirlpool and the Samsung, LG and the different type of the refrigerator, washing machines, fridge always will be there. But if we are considering the product, the same product, the refrigerator or the washing machine or the fridge. Next is specialty wholesaler. So this wholesaler specializes in a single product. For example, a wholesaler may deal only in the Tata tea and nothing else, and the Bata shoe and the Titan watch, and if any of the company or the just the clothing only, the single line product only is going to sell by some of the wholesaler because he got the specialized skill to sell in that commodity only. So we can classify the merchant wholesaler as a three types: the general merchant wholesaler, single line wholesaler, and specialty wholesaler. Next is the retail trade or the retail trader. The retail trade or the retail trader is a trade that deals with the distribution of goods in small quantities to the end of consumers or the ultimate consumers. So the retailer trader means so he is always dealing with the consumers and he is always distribute the goods and commodities in small quantities. Already we have studied the retailer only will have the deal with the wholesalers to purchasing the goods and commodities within the small quantities. The retail represents the final stage in the distributions where goods are transferred from the hands of manufacturer to the final consumers. Because already we have studied, we have studied many things about the channel of distributions. So the retail trader is considered as the last chain of the or last link of the consumers and the manufacturer. So how the manufacturing commodities is going to reach means by the way of the effort of the retailer. So if the sales are made directly to the end consumers, it will be considered as retailing. The retail trade performs different functions in the distribution of goods and services, purchasing of variety of products, arranging proper storage and selling the goods in small quantities also. So if you want to study by the characteristics of the retailer, so normally the retailer generally involved dealing in the variety of items because he want to satisfy the ultimate consumers. So the consumer always will have the need of consuming that different type of the commodities. A retailer makes purchases from producers or the wholesalers in bulk for sale to the end consumers in small quantities. So the retail trade is normally carried on in or near the main market area. So because not only the nearby the main market area, even in the street area also, the retail trader can have the possibilities to establish their shops. And generally, the retailer involves buying on credit from wholesalers and selling for cash to the consumers because he has to possibilities to continuing their business activity only by the help of the wholesaler, but at the same time he want to sell any of the commodities to the consumers as directly only for the base of cash. Next, a retailer has indirect relations with the manufacturer but a direct link with the consumers. He has the possibilities to have the link between directly to the consumers, but it is not able to have the dealing with the manufacturer. Through the wholesaler only, he can able to make the dealing with the retailer. And some of the functions of retailers. What are the functions is made by the retailers means? First one is on the heading buying. A retailer buys a wide variety of goods from different wholesalers after estimating customers' demand. So as we have studied already, the retailer only knows very well about the need and taste and preference of the consumers. So after estimating the customers' demand, the retailer have to providing the order for the different type of the goods. He selects the best merchandise from each wholesaler and brings all the goods under the one roof. So if you are going to the retail shop, we can see all the single line of product manufactured from the different type of the manufacturer. Because many of the consumers can have the willingness to consuming any of the single line product. So he performs the twin function of buying and assembling of goods. So whenever we want to purchasing the single line of the product from the different type of the manufacturer, and he has to assembling or arranging all type of the goods only so as to do seeing or showing the consumers. Next, the storage capacity. A retailer maintains a ready stock of goods and displays them in the shop. So whenever the demand is going to increase or whenever the needs for one commodities is arised by the consumers, the retailer have to maintain the ready stock of goods. And not only that, the retailer always have to select the commodities themselves. So as to the retailer have to arranging all type of the commodities. Next is selling. So the retailer sells the goods in small quantities according to the demand, taste and preference of the consumers. He employs efficient methods of selling to increasing his sales turnover. So whatever method he want to take, any of the method he can take, but his ambitions or motives or the objectives of the retailers have to selling the goods to the consumers and any one of the method. So the retailer have to sell the goods in small quantities according to the demand and taste and preference of the consumers. So on the basis of the consumers, on the basis of the income of the consumers only, the consumers also can have the purchasing power. So according to the purchasing power of the consumers, so they want to sell their commodities. So the retailer also have to realize the taste and preference and the purchasing power of the consumers. And because of that only he has the possibilities to increase his sales turnover. Next, grading and packing. So the retailer grades the goods which are not graded by the manufacturer and the wholesale. He packs goods in small lots for the convenience of consumers. So normally the consumers will want to consume any of the commodities from the retailer as a small quantities. So the retailer also have to purchase any of the commodities from the wholesaler as bulky and he has to make these commodities as a very small quantities. So because of that, he has to taking one of the risk or taking one of the another one of the work trading and packing. Okay, student. So if you want to study the functions of retailers, so we need many more times. So till the fourth point, I will stop. So tomorrow we can continue this. And if you have any doubt in these functions of the services of the retailer to the wholesaler, just you can ask and just to study this method only. Thank you.